I was not born quiet. As a child, I asked many questions, not clever questions, just small ones. Why does he get more food? Why am I wrong again? Why do they shout at me but laugh with him? Each time I asked, the room changed. Faces tightened. Eyes warned me. Someone would say, "Must you always talk?" So I learned something early. Talking costs you. The first time I stopped explaining myself, I was about 8. We were eating together. The food was not much. I noticed my portion was smaller, but I said nothing. I ate slowly. Everyone else ate fast. I watched plates empty. I pretended I was full before hunger showed its face. That was the day silence entered my life. Not gently, but firmly. And it stayed. In that house, noise belonged to others. Laughter when they wanted it. Anger when they felt like it. I learned where to sit so I would not be noticed. I learned how to walk softly. I learned how to keep my eyes low. If something went missing, they looked at me. If a cup broke, my name came first. I stopped defending myself because defense only made things worse. Silence felt safer than truth. At school, teachers liked me. He doesn't cause trouble, they said. He just sits quietly. They mistook survival for good behavior. During break time, other children ran. I stayed back. I liked watching. Not because I wasn't lonely, but because watching did not expose me. When children argued, I learned how words could be used as stones. I made sure my hands stayed empty. As years passed, silence stopped being a choice. It became habit. I listened more than I spoke. I noticed details others missed. Who apologized first, who was forgiven easily, who never had to explain themselves. Life teaches quietly, if you are quiet enough to watch. At home, I heard things I was never meant to hear. Late-night arguments spoken in tired voices. Names called softly, but deeply. Promises broken without shouting. I learned that people say things when they think no one is listening. And silence made me invisible. I grew into a teenager who answered questions with nods. Friends thought I was calm. Relatives thought I was respectful. None of them knew how heavy unsaid words can become. When people joked about me in front of me, I smiled slightly. Not because it was funny, but because smiling ended it faster. At gatherings, I sat at the edge, not close enough to belong, not far enough to disappear. Silence made room for many misunderstandings, but I accepted them. Peace was easier than correction. As an adult, silence followed me like a shadow. At work, when ideas were taken from my mouth before they left it, I said nothing. When others spoke over me, I waited. When credit went elsewhere, I stayed still. People called me humble. They did not see the fear under it. One day, someone said something untrue about me. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, just wrong. People turned their faces toward me, waiting. My old self wanted to disappear into the floor. That familiar tightening returned to my chest, but something had changed. I was tired, not angry, just tired. Tired of being misunderstood because I made room for it. Tired of being defined by what I refused to say, so I spoke. Not with force, not with long stories. I said one sentence. That's not how it happened. My voice surprised me. Calm, steady. The room paused. No shouting followed, no argument exploded. Just silence. The same silence I had lived in for years, now serving me instead of hiding me. That moment taught me something important. Silence is powerful, but only when it is chosen. When silence is forced, it shrinks you. When it is intentional, it protects you. I still choose silence often. I stay quiet when noise adds nothing. I listen when others rush to speak. I pause before responding. But now I also speak when silence would mean self-erasure. I say enough, then I stop. There are people who confuse your silence for agreement. Some take advantage of it. Some mistake it for weakness. Let them. Silence shows you who listens and who only talks. Looking back, I understand my younger self better. He was not weak. He was careful. He learned to survive a loud world without becoming loud himself. And that matters. If you are quiet, this is not a flaw. But ask yourself one question. Is your silence protecting your peace or protecting other people's comfort? There is a difference. Learn it slowly. Some days, silence will be your shelter. Other days, it will be your prison. Wisdom is knowing when to open the door. I still pause before speaking. I still choose my moments, but my voice now has a place to stand. And that is enough. Not every truth needs a crowd. Not every battle needs a voice, but never stay silent so long that you forget you were meant to be heard.